Let's discuss first things first. Can we talk about Diddy's latest move in his legal battle? Y'all, I couldn't believe my eyes when I read his new appeal. It's like he's taken a page straight out of the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard playbook. And honey, it's not a good look. In this new version of events, Diddy's team is painting Cassie as a money-hungry, jealous, and unfaithful person who betrayed his oh-so-generous heart. They're claiming she ran off with the personal trainer Diddy paid for, started a family, and then had the audacity to demand $30 million from him to keep quiet. I mean, can you even? But here's the kicker. This strategy is actually working for some people. Some folks are starting to question if Cassie might have lied. It's like watching a real-life soap opera, I swear. Now let's rewind a bit and catch up on how we got here. Before Diddy decided to go all attack the accuser, he had already tried to appeal for bail twice. The first time, he offered a whopping $50 million bond. His mom, sister, baby mama, and adult sons all agreed to be co-signers. They even proposed limiting his travel to Florida and New York for court, meetings with his lawyers, and doctor's appointments. But guess what? The prosecutors weren't having it. They were worried Diddy might try to intimidate witnesses or obstruct the case if he was let out. Plus, with all his money and access to private jets, they thought he might pull a Houdini and disappear. After some back-and-forth drama, the judge shut down Diddy's bail request faster than I close my DMs to creepy guys. This meant Diddy had to stay in custody while waiting for his trial. Ouch! Diddy's team tried again with a second appeal, but it was basically a copy-paste job of the first one. No surprise, it got denied too. The judge was like, nah, this isn't enough to keep the community safe or protect the integrity of the case. Double ouch. Now, here's where things get really spicy. Diddy's legal team has gone for a third appeal, and honey, they're not holding back. They've filed with the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, demanding Diddy's immediate release on bail. They're claiming there's not enough evidence to keep him locked up and that there were legal errors in the court's decision. Get this. In the appeal, they're describing Diddy as a 54-year-old father of 7, a U.S. citizen, an extraordinarily successful artist, businessman, and philanthropist, and one of the most recognizable people on earth. Talk about tooting your own horn. They're also playing up how cooperative Diddy's been, mentioning how he surrendered in New York because he knew he was going to be indicted. They're saying he's taken extraordinary steps to show he's not planning to flee. I mean, he even put his private jet up for sale. Now that's what I call commitment, right? But here's where it gets really juicy. Diddy's team is going hard on attacking Cassie's credibility. Remember that viral video from March 2016 showing Diddy chasing Cassie in a hotel hallway? Well, Diddy's lawyers are trying to spin that whole situation. They're saying Diddy and Cassie had a long-term loving relationship that got messy because of mutual infidelity and jealousy. They're even claiming that all those wild parties Cassie mentioned in her lawsuit, apparently that's just how they like to get down. According to them, Cassie was totally into it and everything was consensual. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm side-eyeing this harder than when my ex told me he was just friends with that girl from his gym. Diddy's lawyers are really going for broke here. They're saying they've interviewed dozens of male escorts who participated in these parties, and apparently none of them ever saw anything non-consensual going down. It's like they're trying to paint Cassie as some kind of willing participant in all this craziness. But here's the thing. There are strict laws about what defense lawyers can tell a jury about an accuser's intimate preferences. However, there's a loophole big enough for Diddy to drive his ego through. If it's to prove consent, federal judges might allow this kind of evidence. So Diddy's team is banking on this to try and expose Cassie's supposed preferences and prove she was into all of it. Now, let's talk about that 2016 video for a sec. You know, the one where Diddy's chasing Cassie down the hotel hallway like a scene from a horror movie? Well, Diddy's lawyers are trying to explain that away too. They're saying both Diddy and Cassie were dealing with serious problems at the time and even went to rehab before finally calling it quits in 2018. But wait, there's more. The appeal claims that Cassie's lawyer demanded $30 million from Diddy in exchange for the rights to a tell-all book she'd written. When Diddy said, "No way, Jose," that's when Cassie filed her lawsuit. At least that's what they're saying. Now, I don't know about you, but this whole attack the accuser strategy is giving me major ick vibes. I mean, how does any of this explain away that video of Diddy acting like a complete animal in that hotel hallway? It's like they're trying to distract us with all this talk about Cassie's supposed preferences. Nice try, but we're not falling for it. But Diddy's team isn't stopping there. Oh no, they're going after the government too. In another motion, they're claiming there have been unlawful federal government leaks about the grand jury and the searches of Diddy's Miami and LA homes. They're saying the these leaks have led to damaging, highly prejudicial pretrial publicity that could taint the jury pool and rob poor Diddy of his right to a fair trial. Cue the world's tiniest violin. They're even demanding an evidentiary hearing to look into this supposed government misconduct. They want prosecutors and other government officials to be gagged, and not in the fun way, to stop them from leaking to the media. They're particularly pointing fingers at the Department of Homeland Security, accusing them of being the source of these leaks. Get this, they're saying the only way the media knew to show up at Diddy's LA home during the raid was because of a leak. Apparently, the press was there even before the crime scene tape went up. They're painting a picture of this over-the-top raid with military-style armored vehicles and heavily armed agents in full combat gear just to grab some phones and computers. Talk about drama. And of course, they had to bring Cassie into this too. They're claiming Homeland Security is the most likely source of that 2016 surveillance video. They're even getting into conspiracy theory territory, saying the tape was leaked on a slow news day when Trump's hush money trial was on pause. I mean, really, are we writing a legal defense or a spy novel here? But here's where it gets real, folks. The prosecutors aren't backing down. They're showing how Diddy allegedly used his business empire to facilitate his crimes. We're talking arranging flights for male escorts and having 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube on hand. 1,000 bottles. What was he planning, to slip and slide his way out of trouble? The prosecutors are also saying Diddy relied on his employees to cover up his misdeeds, like pressuring hotel security to delete records of him attacking Cassie. They're not playing around. And get this, they're still digging through data from over 40 of Diddy's devices and accounts. We're talking laptops, tablets, hard drives, cloud accounts, the works. They're also looking at third-party electronics and business records from financial institutions, phone companies, hotels, airlines, you name it. It's like they're leaving no stone unturned in their quest to build a case against Diddy. Here's the real kicker, though. The prosecutors are saying that even if Diddy can produce evidence showing Cassie or any of the accusers said yes, it doesn't matter, because according to them, that's the very nature of the crime. Any consent was coerced. Ouch, that's gotta hurt Diddy's defense strategy. So, what do y'all think about all this? Has Diddy's new strategy of attacking Cassie and crying foul about government leaks helped his case, or is he just digging himself into a deeper hole? Are there really unlawful federal government leaks going on, or is this just a desperate attempt to shift the blame? Personally, I'm side-eyeing this whole situation harder than I do when my bestie tells me she's just friends with her ex. But I want to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Is Diddy innocent and being set up, or is this just another case of a powerful man trying to wiggle his way out of facing the consequences of his actions? Remember, besties, we're just spectators in this wild legal drama. The truth will come out in court, but until then, we can certainly enjoy the tea. Stay tuned for more updates on this crazy situation. This is Hot Gossip signing off. Until next time, keep it real and stay fabulous. Goodbye. Fabulous.